What is up, Karatics? In this video, I'll be giving a visual guide for this week's normal time trial, RC Bandito time trial, and the premium race totaling over $300,000. Note that the time trials can only be completed once a week for the full $100,000 payout. The premium race, however, can be completed in a limited amount of times with a 48-minute cooldown between each win. Also keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used in time trials. So, starting off with the time trial this week, which is Storm Drain, I highly recommend a fast car such as the Italia GTO, Pariah, Devest 8, Emerus, or Krieger for this time trial. However, there are a ton of vehicles this time trial can be completed in, including F1 cars, motorcycles, older supercars, certain sports cars, and certain muscle cars as well. This is by far the easiest time trial as it's pretty much full throttle down the Ellis River with one jump at the end where you will need to brake before it. For those of you who have a difficult time completing time trials, this should be extremely easy for you to complete. Towards the end of my particular run, you'll see that I accidentally go in the water middle section because I did not brake enough before the jump. Braking a little extra and keeping your car on the left path will be faster after that jump. Also, going on and off the walls gives you a curb boost effect which dramatically increases your speed, so make sure to do that as much as you can while avoiding the tunnel entrances and some obstacles as well. Again, in summary guys, just go on and off the walls as much as you can and brake a ton before that jump at the end. That's pretty much it, and I guarantee you'll complete it on your first try. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is La Fuente Blanca. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito to participate in these. So this time trial is a little difficult if you've never done it before. If you go full speed in your first trial, you will miss checkpoints, turns, and crash into a lot of objects, especially since this one has some very tight areas with some objects in the way. So this time trial is all about letting off that throttle a lot and braking before most of the tight sections and corners as well. Also, when you use your brakes, make sure to press them about halfway in, not all the way, or you will lose control of the Bandito. And lastly, we have this week's premium race, which is a sign of things to come. This one is restricted to the motorcycles class. I highly recommend either the Shotaro or Hakuchu drag for this race due to the intense amount of corners. This race is not very easy and will take some practice runs if you've never done it before. I highly recommend practicing the regular version of this race by yourself first, as there are many areas you need to memorize, like going off of certain jumps without hitting a tree, taking some of the corners properly on the off-road sections, certain braking points, etc. This race is not really an easy one, especially if you haven't done it before. I will personally be using the Shotaro for this race as it's the easiest to control and get around the corners, but again, like I stated before, it can also be completed with the Hakuchu drag. Some other bikes I recommend as well. They're not as fast, but they are decently competitive for this particular track as well, is the Batty 801 and the Akuma if you're on a budget. And that's it, guys. The normal time trial this week is very easy. It's pretty much a straight line with one jump at the end. Just brake hard before that jump and that's it. The RC time trial is a little more difficult than most because of the narrow paths and constant turns, so give it some slow practice runs. And this week's premium race is a pretty difficult one in my opinion, and one you should definitely practice a couple times beforehand. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $300,000 between the three this week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used down below in the comments. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.